Okay.
That's a great question.
Gee,
Really
oh my goodness.
Check this.
Oh, I'd love to dance. I still do.
Bring it down. Bringing it down.
I really don't follow any fad diets. I'm not really too big on, trendy type things.
I've always been obsessed about my weight, the battle between my being a foodie and loving food way too much. And so I've been on every diet you can mention.
I am a plant-based eater, going to vegan restaurants. I try to limit eating out as much as I can and cook at home.
I try to limit my meat, my red meat.
My kids want me to be healthier, so I try to stay away from a lot of meat.
I do not eat any red meat. I also do it not only for my health, but I do it because I love animals too much.
I try to eat right, but,
some form of protein, fibrous carbohydrates, and a Hot Pocket occasionally.
Everything is moderation or less than that. I never feel like I should eat after 6 o'clock, so I do that almost religiously. I'm one of those early birds at the restaurant.
I like to keep a nice, clean diet most of the time, which is hard because I like to eat. 27 years ago, I had a gastric bypass. It was 300 pounds. I know if I didn't do that, I would have been 600 pounds today.
I try not to go overboard with anything.
I eat very healthy. I don't eat fried foods or anything like that.
I would say right before this shoot, I ate some almonds and I really wanted like the chips, but I was like, let me just eat the almonds. It's a healthier choice for me.
I track, how much fats I'm having, sugars. I have learned now to mentally keep track of it without obsessing, because it can very easily turn into an unhealthy habit.
I love Oreos. They're so addicting. They're delicious.
Ice cream. All day I could eat ice cream.
Definitely ice cream. And I love making your own ice cream sundaes. You might have like a syrup or maple syrup or a whipped topping, almond butter, something like that.
I just like snacks across the board, popcorn, nachos, pizza.
Daughter's Deli. They have the best corned beef sandwiches I've ever had.
Whenever my mom makes spaghetti, it's like, I don't know there's a certain way of like Filipino spaghetti.
I am a cookie monster. My kids have to actually hide the cookies and the cake. I love sweets.
Like mac and cheese, fried chicken, greens. That's my comfort food. That is something that I ate a lot in the South, like with my family. So whenever I eat that particular meal, it just reminds me of being back home.
Kosher delicatessen. Yes, I can remember eating kosher pickles when I was 5 years old and hot dogs with mustard on them.
Having steamed lobsters at our beach house in New Jersey. You could smell it in all the different rooms, and then we'd have this big table that was covered with newspapers, and everyone would sit down and start cracking at these lobsters, and it was delicious.
Okay, so there's this one meal that my mom makes. It's called Moulin. It's a Haitian dish. It's like basically corn maze and avocado with black beans. And I used to hate eating that when I was younger. I hated it so much. But now that I'm older, like I appreciate our culture's foods and the smell of it and the texture of the food and the music playing in the background and just having my family around.
Lasagna. That was special occasion. Every time I make it, I'm there with, I've lost both my parents. Both my parents are there with me, and I'm talking to them as I'm eating it. And my dad had a thing, every time he ate something, he would say, "That's excellent." I don't know why he had that, "That's excellent." So, I will eat and tell the heavens, Papa, that's excellent.
I think it has to be Chef Boyardee. I always had that for breakfast. I recently found out it's not a breakfast food, it's a dinner food. I was mind blown. My friends told me about it, and I actually wrote that on my college application, like, what's your favorite food? It's Chef Boyardee, like hands down.
All right, it was great.
Like, come on, right?
Nice, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.